Hi everyone, in this video I'm customizing this pencil case for my friend. So she had just graduated a few months ago from an online course and wanted a Morgan Charlie Moore original, but I totally spaced and forgot to give her one. So she was coming in, she had to move recently, recently, it was 4 years ago she had to move, but she was coming to her home province that I still live in. And so I decided, okay, well, I got to make her something for her graduation. So I updated a painting I made in the past, which was me and her as minions. And she still has the original painting I made of us as minions. But I wanted to do a different version. Last one, it was very minion, like the pill-shaped body with our hairstyles, kind of thing. So this one I wanted to make slightly different. So I had the emoji style minion instead of the actual minion silhouette kind of thing. So I started off with the minion that's going to be for her, and made the minion with brown hair because she has brown hair. And it's curly. Me and her have very similar, hair, like a hair wave, hair curl. I think hers is slightly curlier than mine, but she's also more of a fashionista than I am. So I made a little like almost stick body thing. And I gave her purple overalls. Not because she's evil. I know purple overalls are given to the evil minions. But because she likes the color purple. A lot of my friends like the color purple. So I gave her purple overalls for that reason. And I started here with the fabric marker. But didn't like the pigmentation that came with it. Because it is a few years old. So I went on and used some paint markers that I got from the dollar store, which are more pigmented because they're paint markers, not fabric markers. So, and I figure she's not going to be washing this too often, so it should be okay. The paint markers should be okay to go through washes. I think these paint markers say they're okay with... Sorry, we just got a Amazon package. And my cat is refusing to get off my lap to pick it up. So, but anyway, because they're paint markers, they have more pigment to them. So I used the paint markers from that kit. I also have Sharpie paint markers that are oil based. So I also used those. I didn't have my whole paint marker selection because I was at my mom's house, so I have a bigger paint marker selection at my dad's. And I went for my minion, gave her pink hair, because I want to have pink hair that's like fully pink, like Hope Scope color, but I can't maintain that much pink hair. It's a lot of maintenance. Colored hair is a lot of maintenance. So, and I chose blue overalls for my character because it just worked better with the color of hair I chose for that character. So now I added a little bit of some side bangs there, but they're not really showing up, so I think I change it at some point on my minion with the pink hair. Alright. Okay. Callie's still on my lap, my cat. So... And there, I fixed the side bangs. And I don't like leaving the background just a blank color. So I added some abstract rainbows to it. Because that's my favorite thing to doodle is abstract designs. Because there's less pressure for it to be perfect. You know, like with realism, you have to make it a certain way or it doesn't look realistic. Right, because you got to think about, okay, where's the shadow coming from? Where's this coming from? Da 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 da. With abstract, technically, a little scribble you made as a kid is considered abstract art. So, it's less pressure to make it perfect, in my opinion. And art is supposed to be fun. And if you add rules and pressure to it, it becomes less fun for me. So, that's why I love abstract art. So... I had that as our backdrop. have a very colorful backdrop there. And I hope it doesn't take away from the image itself, but whatever. I like rainbow. And she wanted an original piece from me. And also the little coaster I used as a tracer was also part of the gift. And because she had graduated, and that had a graduation cap on it. And in between the two layers, I have a cardboard piece from a different kit I made for something that's stiffer to color on and everything. So that is what I've done. Now on the opposite side of this little baggie, I chose to do a puzzle piece with a abstract art inside of it because me and this friend of mine met in a program in high school for neurodivergent teens. So people who are autistic, people who have learning disabilities, maybe they have both. They just no one disclosed that to me. But I didn't know you could have both till after high school. Anyway, so the puzzle piece is for autism spectrum disorder, ASD, and the flag, oh my gosh, my cat went to bite me, is the disability pride flag. And as you can see, I've got my keychain out to reference because my phone was filming, so I couldn't take the photo from my phone. And then also on the Minions, when I flip back to see it, I put the initial of the first initial of each of us on our overalls because in the on the Minions outfit they have a G symbol for Gru. So I added that as, okay, well, we're going to use the first letter of each of our names. So hers has an H, mine has an M. So when I flip it back, keep a close eye out for that one. And then again, not wanting to leave the background blank, I decided to fill it in. And I also took note of how long it took me to create each side of this. So there's that as well. Because I wanted to say, okay, I started this date at this time, finished it this date at this time, and everything. And so there's that. And I basically made this like 2 days before I was seeing her. So it was kind of last minute. But it worked. I got it done before we saw each other. So yay. And here I am using the Sharpie paint markers there. And then I finished it off, put my signature there, and added the date and time. And now I'm just showing you a little bit of each side of it. And for that split second,